Hey there, cats and kitties. I am the Blues Man, Johnny Blues, and this is Doctor Who Scare Factor, The Weeping Angels, the first episode in a series where I'm going to be talking about some of the scariest moments that I've found personally watching Doctor Who with different monsters and villains that have gone up against the Doctor. Now, for The Weeping Angels, it all goes back to the very first appearance of them, Blink, that episode, and I have to say, they were definitely scary from beginning to end. That whole aspect of, they're these motionless statues that if you blink, because they're quantum locked, they can come after you, if you're not looking at them and observing them. Otherwise, they're stationary. They're locked in place. And that whole thing really does get under your skin, especially if you're a child, I would imagine. But see, it all comes down to the final shots of that episode for me, when you're shown myriad different statues and stuff like that, gargoyles and, statues in parks and all of that kind of stuff. That really, even as an adult, spoke to me as far as something very haunting, because we see statues everywhere. We see them in, landmarks. We see them outside stores. We see all over the place. And the idea, especially in the mind of a child, any one of these statues could be something to snatch you away from everything you know and love, everyone you know and love, is a very, very scary thought. And I think Blink was an episode that really encapsulated all of that, because of course we saw Sally Sparrow, this young woman, her best friend was stolen away from her, and how, the mind games that plays with you in that event. And that wasn't the only person, of course, in that story who was ripped apart from her, but especially coming into play with Series 7 and knowing that the Weeping Angels will be back and will play into the end of Amy and Rory's time with the Doctor, it really calls into question just what will the Angels do? How will they come into the story? And how scary will they be? And New York being a place full of statues, not only with the biggest statue that's there, Lady Liberty, the Statue of Liberty, it brings a whole bunch of questions into mind. How big of a game could this be with the Angels? Now, some of the things that they've done in, episodes following Blink, I haven't thought were as scary, perhaps, as that shot, that I just discussed in the episode Blink itself. But I definitely think they still have a lot of potential. And I agree with Stephen Moffat that there shouldn't be a methodology to this particular foe. I think, as up in the air as it is, the more creativity you can use with these characters, the better. But at the same time, it's a very fundamentally simple thing to be afraid of all potential statues. So I'd love to know what you think of the Weeping Angels in the comments below or as a video response. Are they the scariest monsters in Doctor Who? And coming up next, we'll be talking about the Rani. So stay tuned, and I'll catch you all later. Peace.